What is up, everybody? Welcome to Geeks Around. I am your executive producer, DeAno Jackson. We are, of course, here to talk about the latest episode of Arrow, which, sad to say, particularly given how amazing Flash was this week and how fairly good Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was this week, this episode was kind of a letdown for me. It's like, let's see what the rest of the panel thinks. Joining me is contributor Lou Rod. What do you think of this episode, man?
I have to agree. This episode was mediocre at best. The beginning was interesting, the ending was interesting, and the rest was blah.
Yeah, Isaiah. Well, you hate everything, so.
Well, to be fair, if it has Ra's al Ghul in it, I'm 100% good because Ra's al Ghul stole the show because he was the one. Because Ra's al Ghul was from the comic books himself, not that pussy ass slave. This was the real Ra's al Ghul. So it was awesome to watch this guy. It really was. And Oliver pretty much he was actually cool this week. Everyone else can go fuck off somewhere because they're all boring and bitching about everything.
No, actually, Oliver was pissing me off this week too. But that's been a pretty consistent thing with Oliver. He's been pissing me off. And the funny thing is, the reason he pisses me off is because he's always like carrying on all these secrets and whatnot. He gets really, really pissed off when other people have secrets.
Yeah.
But when he keeps a secret, it's for the good of everyone. It's like,
Which is bullshit.
Fuck off, Oliver.
Yeah, remember Kuru? You said you got a cure for it. What was the cure, dude? Oh, I know how to do it. Really? Why didn't you tell us? Because I was embarrassed. Man, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, my girlfriend came in as I was watching this episode of Arrow, and she watched the show early on, but she kind of fell off. And I was explaining to her why Oliver was annoying me, and right after I finished saying that was the scene between Arrow and Captain Lance, where he pretty much said the same thing.
Yeah, but Captain Lance kind of pissed me off too.
Why?
Because he was going to the whole mopey. I mean, I understand. Okay, let me get started up before saying it. I understand what Captain Lance was talking about. I understand, like, as Oliver kept so many secrets from him, like his daughter's death, it kind of did hurt him very much. But at the same time, so you can go back to the old Lance that no one cares for. You're going to hunt the Arrow because he's blah, blah, blah. So you're going to be the lady of the month. Okay. Whatever.
I mean,
Okay,
I could see Captain Lance being pissed off because, it is his daughter and he has the right to know. The only problem with it was he followed what's-her-face's name? He followed her lead on this. She said, let's hold back because of his heart.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, Oliver's been keeping secrets from everyone and anything. I mean, if it was a fucking rock, he wasn't telling the rock. But it's like Oliver's been so inconsistent this season. He's had his ups and downs. It's like he's bipolar.
Yeah, the flashback, yeah. And the flashback was terrible too. It was actually very, very annoying because there's a kid in there, but it wasn't really interesting. It was just, why are we watching this shit? Can we just go back some good shit?
No, it's like as long as we talk about the flashback, it's like let's talk about the very ending. It's like I know I'm jumping ahead a lot, but I honestly don't have that much to say about this episode except for how irritated I was throughout most of it. But the end of it, of course, is the reveal. They're running through China and blah blah blah, and here's Shadow, and I'm like, let's see if I have this straight. The entire second season, Slade was coming after your ass because Shadow was dead, and she's been alive this whole time. And you didn't think to maybe mention it?
Oh my god.
All that shit could have been avoided.
Exactly.
You killed my crew. She's alive. She's alive, man. She's alive.
Oh, she's alive?
I saw her like 4 years ago in China, dude. Seriously, she's alive.
Oh,
I don't think know how, but that's where I saw her. So,
he's looking like Snake.
Totally
He's looking like Snake. He's looking like fucking Solid Snake. Like, dude, wow. Oliver, you should have told him before you actually turned to Solid Snake. Thanks a lot, Oliver.
It's like all of that shit could have been avoided. No, it's like obviously it's like there's got to be more to the story, but
this whole
sure
island, the whole island, and all these flashbacks, they kind of screw up with everybody's timeline.
Yeah.
Because when did they take Oliver off the island? Was it before, after Slade Wilson? All that shit. I mean, it's like, is she really alive? What the hell?
Oh no,
she got shot in the head.
they've been pretty consistent with the timeline as far as the flashbacks have gone. They've gone in consecutive orders. Like pretty much what they've been doing is 2 shows. At any given point, the flashback you're watching is 5 years prior to the current day stuff.
Right.
At any given time, it's 5 years prior. That's the only thing you have to remember.
So
It's always 5 years prior.
So what the hell did they do? Fake her death?
Then she was shot in the head.
Exactly.
There's no way in hell.
Yeah, I guess it's like we've already gotten introduction to like the mystical stuff now with the Lazarus pit.
That was cool though.
Like, what she's a clone, maybe a shapeshifter, fucking.
She's Shadow.
Hey, she got hit. She got hit in the head with a fake bullet.
Oh,
that
Jesus.
just splattered out some tomato juice to make Slade Wilson think she was dead, because she really didn't want to be with his Looney Tune ass.
Well, yeah, Slade is crazy. So yeah, he was crying like, "Oh, Shadow." Like, dude, you was in the friend zone. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, it's like I honestly never understood that either, because it was like maybe I missed something and I never cared enough to look back into it. But I remember that Shadow was kind of Oliver's girl, and then all of a sudden I look up and she's with Slade, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
But I honestly didn't care enough to get into it. I'm just like, all right, whatever. It's like I'm sure that one of our viewers will be quick to put in the comments, well, DeAno, you stupid motherfucker, this is what happened. Obviously, if you're paying attention.
Blah blah.
Well,
blah.
DeAno, you stupid motherfucker. This is what happened. Truly, is that they weren't together. She was just acknowledging the fact that he liked her, and she was being nice to him. That was it. They weren't together.
Whoa. But he's still crying about like he got some, but he didn't get any. Like, dude, you didn't get no draws, dog. It was Oliver. If you're just mad because Oliver got some draws,
see, I go and get sound so I can actually join this hangout, just so I can instantly like make fun of DeAno.
Yeah, and leave it, of course, to our producer and lead host, Matt Moore, to jump in, cocked and ready to rock. You missed the beginning intros, but what did you think overall of this episode, Matt?
I thought that it was pretty standard. I don't know that it was as boring as I heard you guys talking about beforehand. I mean, it just didn't have one solid storyline. It just had a couple schism storylines, and that kind of didn't give it a whole lot of direction. You had basically Oliver questioning questions that he's already freaking answered a year and a half before about why does he do this. He's already accomplished that. Is yes, maybe crime hasn't gone down. Maybe that stuff. Maybe his mom still got killed. But literally how many thousands of people has he saved? In one way or another.
Yeah, true, but you also have to consider how many thousands of lives wouldn't have been in danger if he wasn't there.
Right.
The earthquake machine would have still happened.
That would have still happened.
A year later would have still happened.
That stuff with Slade would not have happened. He was there because Oliver was there.
You know, also, here's one thing.
Slade didn't give a flying fuck about Starling City.
Right, but also, we have to go to the same conversation over and over again with Oliver. Like, why are we doing this, Oliver? Or why I'm doing this again for the Arrow again? Like, he keeps doing this every season, every fucking time. Like, oh my lord, dude. Did you not really get the last season that you got to do because you're the Arrow, whatever the shit may be? You keep doing this every season. Every season.
And DeAno, I actually disagree. I think Slade Wilson did those things because of Oliver Queen, not because of Arrow. Oliver Queen just existing is not what Oliver Queen's questioning. He's questioning him being Arrow.
That's why he hates Oliver.
The fact that he was Arrow was the only thing that made that riot that was going to happen, whether or not he was Arrow or not, any less.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Because that riot was going to happen just purely by the fact that Oliver Queen exists.
I'm not differentiating between his costume identity and his civilian identity. I'm saying because of just him. Period. No, it's like I'm saying Slade isn't. It's like the riot itself, all the stuff Slade being, because that riot, everything that happened was caused by Slade. Slade would not have been there doing any of those things were it not for Oliver Queen.
Right.
He came there particularly to punish Oliver Queen. Otherwise, he would have had absolutely zero reason to come to Starling City in the first place.
Right, and that's true,
but that has nothing to do with the identity of Arrow.
Yeah, but here's the thing, actually.
That's why I'm not bringing it up. I don't understand what you're bringing up the identity of Arrow for.
but like
Because that's what Oliver is questioning, is the identity of Arrow. That's fine.
Again, we've been doing that for like 5 minutes again, and also another 5 minutes the next season, and the last season before that. Yeah, but also what made it more interesting. Well, Ra's al Ghul's interesting storyline because he was saying like a lot of true things that he's going to cause to Oliver. Like, yes, they're going to turn your back on you. Wait, is this Dark Knight again? Is this Dark Knight? Is this Dark Knight? Yeah, they're turning your back on you.
What? Who in the fuck are you looking at? There's nobody behind you.
I was pretty much.
I think it's like Smallville.
Do you actually see the voices in your head? No. I'm actually curious.
No.
One over your left shoulder. What's his name? Sam or Bob?
No, Sally, they don't talk to me. That's why.
Oh.
That's what I was
curious.
For, but
it's like I'm sure the viewers will love to know too.
But like
is it?
But getting back to like the main arc itself, like Ra's al Ghul offering that that proposition to be the next Ra's al Ghul, that was actually interesting and actually made logical sense too. Like, well, you have all the resources in the world, you can actually make them non-violent if you want to. You be whoever you want to be. It's like he has a good point though. Like, yeah, Crown would be down, people would still be alive. Huh, that is a good idea. But then his friends got to say, don't do it, because it's League of Assassins. Okay, what else is your other group?
Well, let's put it to a vote. It's like just all of us here in the panel. Who here would take that offer? Who would become the next Ra's al Ghul?
Right here.
I'm just going to go person by person. Matt, would you?
Here. Oh, yeah.
Isaiah?
Yep.
Lou?
Why not?
Yep, I'm right there with him. I would totally take that offer. It's like I wouldn't have to fucking think about it.
Yeah, like, dude,
like he's just sitting there like doing all stress. Like I could be Ra's al Ghul. All this shit can be mine. I have control of all this, all the resources, all this shit mine.
Right.
Where do I sign?
Right. The only difference
we can do this shit right fucking now.
But here's the thing. Here's the problem with this is that Ra's, the current Ra's, basically tells Oliver, hey, like, you don't have to kill. Like, if you don't want these people to kill, they're not going to kill. My thought is that is the hook. That is not the bait. That is basically. I'm thinking that whoever he was before he was Ra's al Ghul, probably was told the same fucking thing. And then it's after enough time in the pit, after enough time realizing that you're not quite doing as good as you had hoped, then you start compromising and you start having people killed, and then it becomes a full-fledged League of Assassins. I think that might be part of the training as Ra's al Ghul, because I'm sure there's training to become the fucking leader of the League of Assassins.
There is. There's a boatload of training, a lot, because you got to be pretty much have with honor. You got to have everything else that Ra's al Ghul pretty much likes about it. That's why he didn't let his daughter, whatever her name is, become his next heir, because she pretty much felt weak. She felt weak because of her blindness to love and Sarah and all that nonsense. Because he was right. He was pretty much right.
Okay, now to that point there, is it me or is she trying to pick up Laurel?
Yeah, that was so obvious.
I don't think so.
She's trying to get that show face. She wants that show face.
Well, at least the one thing that's going to come out.
There's got to be a term when you get both siblings. If you end up having sex with two siblings, there's got to be a term for that.
That's like Oliver. He had. That's right. Like Oliver had sex with both siblings. Like, yay! I had sex with both siblings.
So honestly, it's like I don't think that's the route this is taking. I honestly.
Well, the one route we do know is Nissa is going to train her a little bit.
Oh,
about fucking time somebody trains her. Jesus.
Yeah, but Oliver kept
she's been floundering, man. It's like
that woman has not trained with a single major character. Like, she is not trained with freaking. She hasn't even trained with Roy.
Yeah, he's low too.
Roy could use some training too.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, he could use some training, but not nearly as much as Laurel does.
No, Roy can handle his own, but seriously, Laurel is like she constantly puts herself in fucking trouble.
She's causing.
I just have to say, after this episode, Roy doesn't have to handle his own, if you know what I mean.
hey, man was getting some tonight, so hey, I couldn't front the man like, yeah,
he was having fun with Speedy
tonight. Hey, she was going through that same notion of like, who am I? The same bullshit as before, like, oh God, not this crap again. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna score this time. Yes.
You just really don't like it when characters get introspective, do you, Isaiah?
No, when they start repeating the
Well, I mean,
same.
I can understand why. It's like, I mean, I'm imagining being you and then trying to get introspective.
No. Let me break this real story out for you. If they keep regurgitating the same shit as like last season and last season before that, I lose interest very fast.
She kind of fell back down that same path towards the end of last season. It's like, oh, really? Shut the fuck up. Just move on. Get over this shit. You wanted your dad dead. You want your father dead for good reasons. The man fucking drugged you and had you kill somebody.
Right. So it's okay to hate your father. It's okay.
I kind of agree with that particular storyline because you have this character who's literally floundering. She has no grasp of what is right, what is true. She has no idea who she is or what she wants. She's going to grasp at something she finds familiar. That's what she's doing. And there's nothing familiar in her life. Her brother is different. Her day to day is different. Like the only thing that's familiar is Roy, because Roy was always Arsenal even before he became Arsenal. He was already going out and fighting fucking crime. This isn't any different. Roy has not changed. Everyone else in her mind has.
Yeah, Roy is always the person who actually kept his shit together. Like, actually kept it together.
So Roy's gonna recruit her.
He's gonna recruit her.
Roy's gonna give her a costume, some arrows, and a mask. Come join our squad, baby. We can be the boyfriend and girlfriend. Save the day.
In the bedroom.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Well, that wasn't at all awkward.
Well,
yeah. That hurt to hear.
The only thing Speedy said is, like, she said one thing in this episode that had me cracking up and yelling at the TV. It's like, I wasn't seriously mad, but it was like, come on, really? She said that she wished she never found out that Malcolm was her father. I'm like, the whole reason you got pissed off at Oliver and Moira in the first place was because they tried keeping this from you. That's why you got pissed off. Yeah, so now you're saying that you wish they had continued doing that? Make up your mind!
No one makes up their mind in this show. They keep going back and forth like, oh my dear
So
Lord.
you're saying that everything they did was right and your whole reason for being mad at them was wrong. That's basically what you said. And just that one sentence.
But you know what? It makes sense to, let's say she's about 20 years old, a 20-year-old coming into her own, where every male figure that's been in her life has never been around, because granted, you know, the father she thought she had ended up dying in a boating accident, like her brother, but her brother ended up coming back. Mm-hmm. And then her mom was just a straight up, let's keep everything from you because that's what I guess rich moms do.
Her mom was a minor Bond villain.
Was she Pussy Galore? Was she Pussy Galore?
All right, so yeah, her mom was basically a minor Bond villain, with Malcolm Merlyn being the major Bond villain.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
extraordinarily significantly a Bond villain.
Who, by the way, played it very cool. Like, basically asking to kill him, knowing that is the one way to make sure that she doesn't fucking kill him.
Yeah, pretty much. It was so obvious.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, oh no.
No way that was gonna happen. I was like, and you guys notice, like, so far we haven't made one mention yet of the actual that dude with his lips sewn together. The actual.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Vanguard the Screamer. Wrong show.
Yeah. That was a far better episode than the one we're actually discussing.
Yeah. Also, I was hoping for Zaz, that one killer from the Batman series. Oh my god, I think I said his name wrong. Zaz. He cuts himself.
He didn't have anything, huh?
Victor's ass.
No.
I assume
the murderer.
Victor's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, the murderer.
Yeah, Victor's ass.
Yeah, I was talking about him. I was like, I wish you were talking about that guy, but no. We're talking about this one guy that has lips sewn shut.
Oh, no, I was like, I'm
okay.
just bringing it up to show that we're not talking about him, because, like, that entire storyline fell completely flat for me. I did not care about it at all. As a matter of fact,
it was precious.
I forgot about it until just now when I mentioned it.
And here's the horrible part, is that they kind of led you to believe that story isn't over yet. because there's still a bunch of fucking Diamond's bullets out there.
Yeah,
Like,
Oliver's still right.
You think fucking fake Green Arrow Ra's al Ghul took those bullets? Hell no. Fucking let them sit there.
And plus, let's be honest. Now, Oliver made a good point that crime is still going up. Every time he puts people away, they always get back out. So it's like, yeah, you have a good point there, Oliver. You should be Ra's al Ghul. You can stop this shit once and for all. Go ahead.
Dude, I don't care how good of a superhero you are, you will never stop crime.
That's true, too. Unless you're Batman.
Not even Batman can stop
Right,
crime.
because Gotham City is a crime-free
I
utopia.
say that specifically to piss me off. That's a conversation for another time.
Or the
Neither
Flash.
Green Arrow nor Batman are superheroes.
Are you sure about that?
All right, so another subject.
Well, Smallville didn't
I
have a
was
lot
saying-
of crime.
Well, Smallville was different.
Fucker.
I'm just saying, too, like, hey, Batman has super intelligence.
We
So,
made it a little bit over 20 minutes without mentioning Smallville. I was like, I'm
No, we didn't. You just
No.
missed it.
yeah,
Wait, when?
when
Yeah,
I
I
was
mentioned
talking.
that earlier.
Yeah,
Ah,
earlier ago.
I was trying to derail the conversation, so I said Smallville just
Just
to...
making fun of you,
Just
so
people off.
that's why. Yeah.
But Smallville had no crime. Clark was on
That's
top
true,
of
too.
it.
Hey, so was Flash. Flash is on top of all the crime at times. He can go back
When
in
he's
time.
not going back in time.
Exactly, you see? He can stop all the crime by going back in time.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe
there's at
Flash
least
could like
one
reverse
person that
time again. And maybe Flash could reverse time again, and they could redo this episode and make it interesting.
Yes, please. make it
That would be
interesting. It was
good.
very
Because,
boring.
seriously.
You know, just like
Like I said,
call it a mini Flashpoint.
that's just it. As I don't think it was a bad episode. It just didn't have anything good about it. There was the weak part was the Bullet storyline. I mean, that was the weak part of it.
Yeah, those bullets? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I mean, this
I think for me, it
episode
was
didn't have
mostly
that wow factor.
exactly.
I know what.
It was just kind of a measure of seeing because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was really good this week. Flash was fantastic this week, and then this was the last show up in the roster for this week, and it was just kind of, yes, this is good. Yes, this is better.
This was
Okay.
worse than a
Can I ask a
fucking
question?
filler.
I need to ask a question here. How do you recruit someone to be a police officer in Gotham, in Central City, in Starling City? Like, how do you get people to be cops in those cities when you
That's
know
easy.
some motherfucker is going to walk in with a freeze gun or fucking controlling weather or
It's very
fucking diamond
easy.
bullets? Like, you
It's
know
very
some motherfucker's going to do that.
That's
Or
very
Victor Zaz is going to walk in and just say, I am in fucking control of this police department. Where the fuck is Gordon? Like,
Yeah,
and he can do that. Like,
I would
how are you a cop in these precincts?
I would get a transfer to like Minneapolis or some shit.
Or New York City. New York City. It's actually better than that place.
Yeah, New York City. Nothing happens in New York City except alien invasions and shit.
That's still
No.
better.
Oh, yeah.
That's still better. That's still better.
New York.
That's still
Well,
better.
that invasion was isolated to like Times Square area.
See, there you go. You see, we got the Avengers, son. So it was like, well, we got the Avengers. Goodbye here. Goodbye me.
I mean, I think some of the other fillers for this season of Arrow have been better than this episode.
Yeah,
I
pretty
was
much.
like, man, I would be completely fair to this episode. There were a lot of things I liked. It was just mostly coming down off of the other ones that
Yeah.
kind of altered my perceptions of it. Because there really was a lot of things I like. I know Isaiah hates Thea because he's sexually repressed, but
Please. She's annoying. She was cool last time, but now she's annoying as hell. Again.
yeah. Anyways, like I really like the stuff from her this episode. As always, my man Diggle was on it.
Yep. He got little screen time. Little to no screen time. Damn.
Really, he did. He was like barely used this week.
Yeah. And of course, anytime Felicity is on screen, I'm happy.
She got little screen time too. It's like she got some really good screen time, but it was very little. Like wow.
But a
And
lot
she
of her
showed
screen
Roy-
time was more awkwardness. Like the first time that her and Ray are together and Oliver's like, awkward.
Yeah.
No, she's got to choose a side. I'm sorry, but you can only be support to one fucking superhero at a time, or
And
one
video
hero at a
game.
time.
But
Like,
well,
she's gotta
if
choose
that's
the
the case, you're
vigilante
going
or
to
the
support
fucking
the one that's been
superhero.
doing it the longest. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but she's not banging him.
She wanted to, but he
She
chose
wanted-
not to.
Like, really, Oliver? You refuse not to hit that? You dumbass.
I mean, I'm sorry. The Adam suit looks cool and all, but dude, really, I'm sorry. Shooting fucking lightning bolt out of your fucking fingers, I swear I think I'm looking at Emperor Palpatine. Or fucking Count Dooku.
Eliminate power, bitch.
I mean, all I need now is fucking Oliver to pull out some goddamn lightsaber and try to suck up all the energy and shit.
Okay,
Which
I
reminds
go-
me, I'm
go-
looking
go-
forward to the crossover. I'm looking forward to the crossover.
and the green bullets, you know what it's for? Superman. Green bullets. Kryptonite has been confirmed.
Kryptonite and what?
I don't know. No, we're just.
Yeah.
Green.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Green bullets.
I almost accidentally asked her, then I realized I didn't care.
It's green bullets. Green bullets means Superman's in town. It means, yeah, get the green bullets. Get the green bullets. Hold up.
You know what, Isaiah? You're completely right. A green arrow uses green arrows, so that means he must be stronger than Superman, right?
I know, right?
Okay, I had one other issue when Captain Lance said, "Do you want to thank you?" And he's like, "I don't need to thank you." And he shoots. Where the fuck did he shoot his arrow?
No, there was a sign there. There was a freaking sign up there.
That's hard to see.
He used it as his anchor point.
That's hard to see a sign.
I didn't see that. It's like, well,
It was a bright white sign. It was like a.
no,
It's so skinny,
no, it's
though.
like I understand it because when I rewound it, it's like I saw it. It's just the way I was looking at it is like I'm totally on the wrong side. It reminded me of those old Spider-Mans where it's like, he'd be web slinging and it's like there's nothing fucking there, dude. Like y'all remember those old Spider-Man games like back on the PlayStation and shit, right?
God.
Web slinging along through midair. Just,
What are you on,
that's
dude?
what it reminded me of. That's what it
He
reminded
took
me
off.
of.
I'm like, where the fuck that arrow go? Because I don't see nothing. He could be going to be going straight.
No, it's like Thor's hammer, right? He just put it up there, and then he just held on to it and went up with it. That's what it is.
He was flying. That's the superpower. He was flying away.
And my other thing is, dude, does his fucking arrow have infinite rope where it doesn't end? Does he hang out with Samwise Gamgee?
He was hanging out with Indiana Jones. It's like, oh right, I'm gonna hang from anything like Indiana Jones.
God damn, like, he takes off, but where the fuck he going? And then, like, he took his arrow and shot it at the side building, and he's going up to that roof. No, this bitch is going straight up into the dark sky.
Right, it made no sense. Like, dude, you're not Batman. You're not Batman. Stop. You're not Batman.
Not even Batman goes straight up into the dark sky. He can't do something.
He has a black suit. That's why.
It really
He has a
did
green
like
suit.
that. The motherfucker was like up and away.
Even the Justice League cartoons like Batman, what do you hang on to, dog? You can't fly with
Oh, man. I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, where the fuck he going? I don't see nothing there. This one poor. They've been pretty good with their editing and shit, but this one was bad.
The editing in this episode was bad. It really was. The whole fight scene.
brought that up, Leroy, because I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, that fight scene with in the PlayStation was kind of weak. Very, very weak. Like, wow, this is very weak. For Arrow, it was weak. It's quick times.
I just have, is fucking this is Blade that goddamn dull? Right. She goes at her daddy with pretty good force where you're going to go a little deeper than what you did. You might have chopped off part of that man's hand.
Well, let me explain this. Ronald Ghul, since he's been to Lazarus Pit so many times, his strength is more than a normal human being. So that's why.
What the fuck? He got steel in his bones?
No, it's more.
He went and hung out with Wolverine.
No, I wish, but no. It's more durable. There's more durability behind it. So he gets a little bit more stronger. Not overly strong. But
That scene was cool because he walked over to the pit, stuck his hand in, and nothing happened. Okay.
That was badass. I'm sorry, Ronald Ghul. He stole the show. Like, can we see more Ronald Ghul, please? Even a backstory.
Well, we did.
Please.
We saw him at the end pretending to be the Green Arrow.
Hey, that was cool though. That was tight.
He had no remorse shooting those other two fuckers through the chest.
Because they're black. No, one was black and one was the other guy. Like, oh, yeah, killed a black guy, dude? Why, Bros? Why,
I
Bros?
wasn't paying attention to that.
He killed the black guy. Like, wow. You could kill this other guy right here.
So he killed the black guy, and the only thing you're talking about is the fact that he killed a black guy.
Exactly. He was like, wow.
Okay,
dude.
I just wanted to make sure that
Well,
everyone was aware of your.
Isaiah, there was no racism there because he killed a white and a black man, so it was
He killed
equal
the black guy so
opportunity.
He's 1 for 1.
he killed the black guy so brutally. He's like, man, are you
What brutally? He just shot you.
He's not racist. He kills everybody equally.
Yeah, but it was like I was watching Noah all over again. This must be the most brutalist death of all time. He's black. He's Noah. He must be the new Noah. God damn it.
I don't know what that means, but we're going to go ahead and get into wild speculation time.
Well, at least he didn't shoot an arrow into the sky and start flying.
That's true too. Okay, who's first?
Any wild speculation that I have isn't all that wild. It does seem that, of course, freaking Captain Lance is going to go after his ass because Roz is running around pretending to be Green Arrow, killing people.
Basically.
Thea's going to be more confused. Like, yeah, nothing's really going to change. The directions seem pretty set in stone right now.
Yeah,
We're going to get a wedding.
It really is hard to do. Yeah, I would do. Get to have a wedding in next week's episode. But yeah, huh? Did you, Ron? How do you not know this?
Oh, I don't care about his family. It's like I don't care that interest. Like, oh, he got family.
Okay, anyway. But it's like it is kind of hard to do speculation on both this and Flash at this point, due to the sizzle reels they put out at Paisley Fest, which of course we have up on the site geeksaround.com. But they're great sizzle reels, and I would highly recommend checking them out. You just have to understand that they're very, 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 very spoilerific.
Yeah, they are.
Wait,
with the emphasis on the very.
We have a website? We should check that out. That sounds amazing. Yeah, we should all check that out, like right now. Like pause the video and go to the website. We should do that right now.
Yeah, I've heard great things about geeksaround.com.
Yeah.
It's like all of you should check out geeksaround.com.
Mm-hmm.
As long as no one's trying to steal it.
Hey, if it has Isaiah logic, it's fully approved. Yes.
And that's something that you'll notice that is not on geeksaround.com.
They're lying.
We should put that in the tagline. Everything you love about Geeks of the Round? No Isaiah.
Without Isaiah.
you know, where's Isaiah at? I miss Isaiah logic. You know they do. They say it all the time. They miss me so bad. Like, where's that one guy who trolled you guys? Where's Isaiah at? Yeah,
Ooh,
Isaiah?
that's what we should do. We should give him his own corner.
Exactly.
And then put like warnings on it.
Yeah.
And like a sign above it going, the opinions expressed here are from a crazy ass motherfucker and do not
exactly. That is how I should do it. Thank you.
The opinions in this column are complete bullshit. These articles were written by a psychopath.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you
They
very
are
much for
written by
supporting
Mr. _I9000.
Look, I had to deal with that bullshit this morning, okay? I had to deal with that bullshit this morning, so don't start, okay?
Oh, you see? People started looking for you?
You need to. He's gonna help you out with your heist on.
No. Let me nip this in the bud now. Let me nip this in the bud.
Grand Theft Auto 5. You should check it out.
If you suck at a heist, do not invite me, because I will pretty much cuss you out, because you are terrible. If you can't follow the most simple directions in the fucking world, and then you leave in a freaking heist when you're trying to get $1 million, you go fuck yourself. Seriously. Don't bring that bullshit over me. No. I will block you. Just leave me alone. Don't do that. No.
Oh, wow. That was a DeAno-worthy rant right there. That motherfucker got mad.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. It's got very aggravating. I did cuss out somebody earlier this morning. Like, you idiot! You had to leave. Fuck you. The Hydra.
I ain't even mad at you.
It's the Hydra.
Any wild speculation?
Yes, what the hell?
What the fuck?
There's a loud ass car. I hear it too.
I got a good one. I really think Oliver, he will come to pretty much accept that offer when he finds out that Ra's al Ghul is just not unbeatable, but just if you do beat Ra's al Ghul, he always has a plan B somewhere down the road. So when that does happen, Oliver will pretty much say like, "Oh, I gotta beat Ra's al Ghul now because that's how I keep my family safe." And then And what else was I gonna say next? Shit.
Oh, there's my wild speculation. There it is right there. Is by the end of the season, Roz just goes, you know what, Oliver, we're good. I found a better candidate. His name's Bruce, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Just call him Bruce. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, I think Felicity is going to go back to Oliver, of course. We all know that, too. But it's going to do to pretty much Ray's actions towards Oliver. Like, I must stop the Arrow. Why? Because he's a murderer, really? And also, if Lance actually believes Arrow's going back on his killing ways, he must be that dense or pretty much blinded by anger and rage. Like, dude, really? Come on now. Remember when the dark arrow came by? You can tell the difference. Like, okay, that's a dark arrow, that's a green arrow. He was actually smart. Like, yeah, this ain't the arrow. This is another killer out here. Okay, cool. But it's like, dude, really? You're a detective.
Lance is dealing with the cloudiness of all the grief of Sarah, so he's not going to see objectivity to it and all that shit.
Well, thanks to Shovel
He just doesn't care no more. He's like, before when Oliver would bring him some criminals, he's like, cool, thanks, and all this shit. Now he's like, what, do you expect to thank you? No, I expect to give you a six-pack and you'll be happy.
Overall, it's also Laura's fault, too.
Giving up.
It's Laura's fault because she saw Sarah die first, so she should have told her father right away, and all that nonsense, because Oliver's tree was trapped in the whole, like, okay, so I'm trapped with this bullshit now, because I didn't tell him because Sarah was dead, but actually, it was Laura who saw her first die. So, again, this all revolves around Shovelface's fault, so, yeah. She just caused more problems.
You're funny on that one. You call her by her name and then you decide to call her Shovelface. Jesus Christ.
Hey,
how about you, do you have any wild speculation?
That maybe next week we get less Arrow and more everything else.
Yes, yes. I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that. Next week, the Suicide Squad returns, and of course, Geeks Around will be here to talk all about it at youtube.com/geeksaround. If you have anything for us, you can always email us, geeksaround@gmail.com, or you can give us a call on our voicemail line. That number is 801-409-GOTR. Again, that is 801-609-4687. And of course, as always, we invite and implore you to join the Geeks Around community on Google+. You'll find the link for that down in the description for this video, right underneath that like button. This has been the Geeks Around discussion for Arrow. My name is DeAno Jackson, and we will see you next week.